beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Stafford. He gets it left side to Johnson. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Right after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Hey, you got three. You got four down. Tag 53.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll run it here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for the Lions. 52 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gould. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Play action. Now Kaepernick. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Warner. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a 1st.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And it's caught. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And got his man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time. Now a first down throw, Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
To throw on second down to Stafford. His throw incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now Stafford on third and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. Better running off the field.
And out now come the Seahawks. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They get it to him running left. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down. That's Warren, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. So just a 3-point game now. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime, and to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half, the same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow him down?
Yeah, both defense, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
It's caught. Block it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Jack 53.
And they'll go on the ground. Fast footwork by Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Zero. Like 7. Ready.
On first down, it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Kaepernick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Kaepernick on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Warner. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's going to sling this deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Kaepernick now on third and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Go here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. Left side here to Sanders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, 53. Hey, 51 is down. 51 is down.
On 3rd down, it's Jackson, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, and the Lions add on to their lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Kaepernick going to throw. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And it's a big turnover there on the final play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, tag 32, tag.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Stafford on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, that's Sanders. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And the Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Stafford. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught at the 25. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. He's out to the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And the Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Kaepernick now on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing here, Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys